Good morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be focusing on the property automation. So I'm going to show you how to get that all set up and kind of walk you through the different tools and things that help with the property automation. So that's going to be our point of topic today. And then over the next few weeks, like the day before Thanksgiving, we're going to go ahead and do a question and answer call. So with the question and answer call, the reason being why I want to do that is because then we can go through and answer any questions that you may have about the system, anything that's popped up that I can help with and really help get going with agent marketing. So if you have questions, send me an email so I can have those questions ready to go and get that going for you and kind of show you the different things within the system. So we'll have that. The other thing I wanted to show you here, let me refresh my screen. So the thing that we're going to do next week is we're going to focus on the pre-qualification letters. I've had a few people ask how those pre-qualifications work. So I'm going to show you how to get those going. But you'll always see here on your tiles on your agent marketing dashboard what the What's Up Wednesday topic's going to be. If you want to share the registration link with it, like if you're a loan officer or broker and you want to share the registration link, you can click on this register for webinar option and you can share that with your agents by copying the link and sending it to them in an email. But then also we have this Missed It option. So when you click on Missed It, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel. So then you can see all of the past What's Up Wednesdays. Each week they are recorded, so you'll be able to have access to those and use that as a tool. So we have that. Last week, I showed you that we have it to where you can have those just listed e-cards and all of that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to start right away with with our topic today, and then I'll discuss the just listed e-cards like we did last week. I'm going to do that at the end, so that way you can see those. The only reason why I want to get started now is because I want to show you some of the tools as a lender and broker, and then we're going to go into the automation. So with that being said, let's get started today. So property automation, we have it to where the agents, you as an agent or your agents if you're sponsoring as a lender or you're a broker, we have it to where anytime a listing gets added into the MLS, it can automatically come into agent marketing and it can create the property website, the virtual tours, property flyers, the text code, so many more features. So with that being said, I like to discuss the property automation to make sure every single agent that is using our system has this tool set up and is using it. It is one of those things that is so awesome and so simple for you to be able to use. You have to set it up the one time and then it's done. So as a lender or a broker, when you're logged into the system, you have your agents tab here over to the left-hand side. And then you have a little thing here that says Automate Agents. This is going to give you a list of all of your agents who are in your account that you're sponsoring or that are in your office. And it's going to tell you who's set up on the automation. So you can go through and you can check all, and then you can hit Update. So when you click Update, it's going to go through, and if it finds a match, then it's going to update the IDX update the MLS search. So it's going to, or not the MLS search, the MLS data. So then we can go ahead and start pulling in their listings. So I have test accounts here, but it would show you if they are set up. It would say IDX agent identity set up, and then it would have that they're set up on the automation. This would be a little green check. So as you can tell here, my agents, I need to set them up on the IDX search or on the IDX agent identity. So once you've gone through and done that, then you can, if you see that like, oh, okay, Angie agent, I need to make sure that she's all set up. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to log in under an agent here. And then agents, this is now going to apply to you. So when you are logged in under an agent, or if you're an agent using the system, to set up your automation, you'll want to go here to the little gear icon in the top left-hand corner. When you go to the top left-hand corner, this is going to allow you to go ahead and set up your MLS settings here. We're going to do the first one, which is the MLS poll. So again, we're going to go to the gear icon in the top left-hand corner, and we're going to click on MLS poll. Now with this is where you're going to go to set up your agent identity. So you're going to go through and you're going to select your MLS that you belong to. So you'll go through and you'll choose from our list of MLSs that we have here. If you do not see your MLS listed here, you can select other, none of the above. And then you can type in the MLS abbreviation here and you'll hit save. So once you do that, then the second box should populate over for you to where you can now click on Find Agent Identity. Now keep in mind, you do have to have an active listing in order to set up this agent identity. If you do not have an active listing, we have no way of communicating with the MLS. So you do have to make sure that you have an active listing within the MLS. So then what you can do, once you've done step one, you've selected your primary MLS, then you can go ahead and you can enter in the MLS name, hit save, and then you'll be able to get this little box here. So we're going to go ahead and click on Find Agent Identity. Then here what it's going to do is it's going to say connect IDX agent account. So you'll want to go through and click on Get Started. If you have a listing and we find a match, it's going to populate with your name here, so you can hit choose and then hit set up agent. If you get this here, this is going to ask you for your agent, your MLS name. So here you'll see if you selected none, it's going to have the agentmarketing.com, or you would be able to select your MLS. So I'm going to go ahead and select CRMLS since we have that as our local board. And then you'll type in your MLS number. So I'm going to try doing a sample one here and see if it populates. And let's go back to the agent marketing MLS here. We should be able to get a match here. Maybe let's try it again here. There we go. So what you can do is you would type in your MLS number for your active listing that you have in the MLS. So say that I'm Stephanie Lane. This is my property that I have listed here. I'm going to go ahead and hit choose. So now when I hit choose, what it's going to do is it's going to give you an option to say yes, confirm. So you'll hit yes, confirm, and then it's going to give you a little number code here. You're going to keep that as is. That's going to stay. That's how we know that you're associated with that specific MLS. And then you're going to check the Fully Automate Me button, and you're going to hit save. You'll get a little pop-up here that says Property Automation Now On, which means now anytime that you add a listing into your MLS, it's automatically going to come into Agent Marketing and build the property website. Now there is probably a couple questions wondering in here. I'm going to open it up here. If you belong to multiple MLSs, we can only hook it up to one. So what I would recommend doing is setting up the agent identity for the one that you put most of your listings in. The other option you have, you can do, it says additional or optional additional data sources. So what you can do is you can click on add source. So say that I belong to California Regional, I can click on add source. So what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to be able to pull in the rest of the listings, but it won't be able to be automated. We can only automate with, oops, sorry, dropped my mouse. We can only automate with one MLS at this time. So what you can do is for the automation, set up the main MLS that you belong to, that most of your listings go into. And then if you do put the listings into another MLS, like a few listings here and there, I would recommend doing the optional additional data sources here. So that way, when you have those other listings, you can just type in the MLS number and pull in the property when you go to click on Add New. So what you'll want to do, just make sure you've gone through step one. You'll select your MLS, go through step two, and make sure you have this little, you'll have a long number code that looks like this. It's usually going to start with the 3YD dash, and then it will have a random code that belongs to you. And then you'll check this Fully Automate Me button and make sure you hit save. Now keep in mind, if you are unable to get this set up, that means you do not have an active property in the MLS. You have to have an active property in the MLS in order to get this set up. So keep that in mind when you're going through and setting up the automation. I want each one of you to make sure you're going through this and setting up your automation. Loan officers and brokers, make sure your agents are setting this up. The reason why I wanted to focus on this today, because this is going to simplify things for your business. It's going to make it to where you only have to add in the listings into the MLS, and then it automatically comes into Agent Marketing and builds the property website, builds the virtual tours, the flyers, the text codes, the YouTube videos. All of that's done for you automatically when you have this set up. Now, it does take about 24 to 48 hours for the listings to populate in, But anytime that they do get added in, they will go into your property tab under properties. So they'll automatically populate into the system for you, which is so nice. It simplifies things for you. It makes it done for you automatically. Now, another thing you'll want to go through and make sure you do is you're going to go back to this little gear icon in the top left-hand corner, and then you're going to go to account options. When you go to account options, over to the left-hand side, the first option is going to say property website default. Here you can go through and you can choose your default template that you want the property website to use. So if you're setting up the automation, you'll want to make sure you set this up too so it chooses that specific layout. Like say that you just absolutely love layout 13 and your specific colors, you're working with Berkshire Hathaway, and you want to make sure that you have the beach theme. Then anytime that your properties come in, instead of defaulting to the most recent layout 15, it's going to go to layout 13 and it's going to default with your colors and the beach theme. You can also choose to have your default domain. So if you always use stopthecarhoney.com as your subdomain and you always add in Classical Sunrise and you always add in the spokesperson, you can hit save. So that way when you have your property automatically added in, it's going to default with the Stop the Car Honey Classical Sunrise, and then it's going to have that spokesperson on there with layout 13, your Berkshire Hathaway colors. If you have custom website templates done already for your property websites too, you can choose that from the drop-down menu, so that way it pulls in that specific property website template that you have. So you would make sure that you have your website defaults, make sure you hit save so it saves those changes, and then moving forward when the property website pulls in, it's going to use your default settings that you have. So again, I saw a question coming in asking where to find this. That's going to be in the gear icon in the top left-hand corner. So you'll go to the gear here, top left-hand corner, right below our agent marketing logo. And then you're going to go to account options, the last option on here, and then you're going to go to property website default. There was another question coming in asking where to set up the automation. You're going to go to your MLS setup here under the gear icon, and you're going to go to MLS poll. This is where you'll go through and you'll set up the automation for your specific listing. Now, if you change your mind and you decide you want to set up the other MLS that you belong to, all you have to do is click this delete button. It will unlink it, and then you'll go through the steps again to get those all set up. So just make sure you're going through and setting this up. It's going to be so simple. You only will have to add it into the MLS, and then we take care of the rest for you on our end by adding it in for you and getting it into the system, which is really cool. So that's it for the property automation. It's pretty simple. Again, like I said, what it's going to do is it's going to add in the property website for you. It's going to go ahead and create the flyers. It's going to create, excuse me, it's going to create the text code. It's going to create the YouTube video, the virtual tours, and the property specific features for you, which is so awesome. So, and then, like I said, when we were done with the automation portion, I wanted to show you those just listed e-cards, something that we worked on last week. So you'll see here in this little tools section, when you go to tools on the property tab, you can scroll down and there's a property e-card option. Under the property e-card option, this is going to be our new layout options that you have. When you email this to yourself, this is going to be an embedded email you can then forward out to whoever you want. So you can choose the different layout options that you want, and then you can go through like this one here. You can click on any of the fields. So if you want to say just listed instead, you can say just listed, and then you can say, oh, you know what, they decided this is going to be a rental instead. So you can say for rent. Might help if I can spell rent correctly. So then you can go through and you can change all of these different fields here. So if you want to change any of the content, you can go through and do that. If you want to hide some of the different features, you can go through and do that too. So it gives you a lot of flexibility being able to customize these e-cards. You can add in background colors, change the main color. So if you wanted the color option to be a little bit different, you can do that. If you have specific color codes that you want to use, you can type in those color codes. So then you can use that too. So that's the just listed e-card. This is something that we've been working on for quite some time. So it is done and ready to rock and roll. So I wanted to show this to you and make sure you guys know about this. Again, this is going to be under the tools section. So you'll see this little wrench icon. And then when you click on tools, it's going to take you to where you'll scroll down towards where it says property marketing tools, and then you'll see the property e-card. So definitely play around with those. The other thing we were working on, let me see if this is done yet, the broadcast my move feature. Let's see if these are done yet. So with the broadcast my move feature, I'm going to see if these are done. I don't think they're quite done yet, but I know she's working on the broadcast my move feature, which is going to have a brand new template, and it's going to actually be something that you can use if you're a buyer's agent. So let me see here. I don't think she's started or finished this yet. So with the broadcast my move feature, when this is done next week, I'll show you how the broadcast my move feature works too. We'll go through adding one in real quick. But these are going to be buyer websites that we are working on and going to have available for you. So once this is done, this is going to be a great little feature that you'll be able to use too if you're working with any buyers. Kind of like a just moved announcement that the sellers can, or that the buyers can use to send out to their friends and family. So that's something that we're working on and will have done. So as soon as that's done, I'll definitely share that with you guys as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions here. Let me go ahead and see what we have here. For the additional sources, if you do not see your MLS added in, again, just go ahead and select the agent marketing option. Let's see here. When you go to add source, it should give you, let's see. If you do not see your MLS listed here, you can always call into our support team. But we have it to where if you don't see your MLS added in here for the property auto pull or for the auto pull feature, what we have is you can type in the MLS number and see if it populates in. Most of the time it should work and you should be able to populate it in. If for any reason though it's not, just let us know. You can call into our support team and we can look and see what we can do about getting that added in for you. So usually with it, you should still be able to pull it even if you don't have it selected here. Where can you hear the default music? When you're in the property tab, what you'll do is you'll go to properties and then you're going to go to tools. When you go to the tools section, then you're going to go ahead and scroll down a little bit and you'll see it says music selection. When you click on music selection, then you'll go ahead and you'll be able to choose any of the songs. You can click on this little play button and it will give you a little sample here. So there was a question asking, I don't understand, or a statement saying, I don't understand what you were saying, broadcast. It's broadcast my move. So you'll see here, broadcast my move. What the broadcast my move is going to be a buyer's website. So the buyers can send it out to their friends and family. The e-cards cannot populate into the CRM, but what you can do through the just listed e-cards is you send it to yourself, and then from there you can send it to anybody you want through like your Gmail or your Yahoo account. That way it comes from you personally, and it's a good looking email that's embedded and everything like that. Again, somebody was asking if these are recorded. Yes, each What's Up Wednesday is recorded. You can find them here on your What's Up Wednesday tile under Missed It. Shortly after What's Up Wednesday is done, I do upload it onto the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to click on Missed It and view those. If you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you do get notified every single time a new video has been updated. Any other questions? Anything else? Anything else? Sorry. So there was another question asking about the My Hoods feature. That actually was put on hold a little bit. We're waiting to kind of get some other things going with that. So we don't have that feature available at this time. Normally it's going to be, I believe, under the personal tab. but that was something that was put on hold. There is a lot of programming that goes in with that, so that's something that will be available shortly. We're just still kind of working out the kinks and things we need to do on our end. All right, guys, so that looks like that is it for questions. Elizabeth, with the contacting agent marketing, I would reach out to support. I'm not 100% sure why it would be doing that. So contact tech support and they should be able to help you with that and get that resolved. Any other questions? So keep in mind, next week we're going to be doing the pre-qualification letters. There's been a lot of people asking about that, so feel free to attend if you're interested in learning more about pre-qualifications and how to get those letters going. And the other thing, or the following week, because it's right before Thanksgiving, we're going to go ahead and focus on just doing question and answer. So just keep that in mind, question and answer next week or the following week. Yeah, because we'll have Thanksgiving on the 23rd and the 23rd. So we're going to do, next week, we're going to do the pre-qualifications, and then on the 22nd, we'll do question and answer. All right, can you insert an image on the email drip campaigns? There is not a way to do that. I believe that the email drip campaigns are only text. If you want to do the images, you can put them on the monthly newsletters though. Feel free to call into support and they can walk you through step by step on how to do that with the monthly newsletters. All right, guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate each one of you attending today. If you have any other questions, our support hotline number is here at the top of our website. So feel free to give us a call. If you have questions about setting up your automation or need some more help, feel free to contact support as well, but just keep in mind you'll go to the gear icon and go to MLS poll, and from there you'll be able to go ahead and get that all set up. So that's going to set up your automation, something really important to make sure you guys get going. All right, everyone, thank you again so much. I appreciate you all for showing up today. Happy Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you all next week for What's Up Wednesday. Thanks, everyone.